Hey boys, welcome back. It's your boy Xenon ZT with a new what if. As you can see from the thumbnail, it's gonna be your boy the Hulk. I'm one of the biggest fan of this character. It just clicks with me the way it's made, the way his powers work, the tragic past of Bruce Banner, the depth of the character of the Hulk. Even though he's a mindless beast, he has a tragic backstory. So yeah, before we start, I'm gonna go about some good stories of the Hulk. I recommend reading the Immortal Hulk. Is awesome, and I recommend the Heart of the Monster, Planet Hulk. Yeah, those are pretty great storylines. So yeah, I hope you like it. Hulk the End. That was some nice one too. It explains the relationship between Bruce Banner and the Hulk better. So yeah, in this what if it's gonna be a bit tricky because I'm gonna introduce four characters from the Hulk, four personalities. It's not gonna be just the Savage Hulk. I'm gonna do Joe Fixit. Yeah, Joe Fixit and the Green Scar. Not the Word Breaker, but the Green Scar. That means he's intelligent enough. And the Savage Hulk, the starting one, you know. And Professor Hulk will be in the future. So yeah, those are the four personalities. I won't be including the Devil Hulk because that would be too powerful for this what if. So yeah, and let's explain the powers of the Hulk. The power of the Hulk is basically super strength, super speed, and resistance to mind control. Yeah, he has that too. Resistance to mind control. And yeah, his power grow the angrier he gets. So it's gonna be weird how I'm gonna give him this power. So yeah, stay tuned. Thank you for listening, and let's get it. So first of all, it's gonna be the origin of the Hulk. The origin of the Hulk will be like this. Deku's mom was working on a nuclear plant, trying to create a gamma bomb, and she was the one who got hit by it, and she was pregnant, so the radiation affected her and affected the baby. So yeah, and remember one thing, the Hulks never die. Even though Midoriya's mom did not develop a Hulk, she was scared of the being that would be born from her, Izuku. So when he was born, she saw the glow green in his eye. She hated him, and even though he is her son, she treated him like a monster. You see the parallel between her and Bruce Banner's father. So yeah, she gonna take up the role, and Hisashi would be thinking that she's going insane. So yeah, she started abusing him when he was little, leaving him to his own because she was fearing the consequences of his power getting out of control. So yeah, she was abusing him and yelling at him, telling him that he's a monster, and Hisashi was telling her, "What the fuck, you're crazy," and that stuff. And before that, when Deku hit the age of 3, Izuku's mom died from radiation poisoning, which broke his psyche. Deku became lonely and I became a loner, not talking to anybody or trying with anyone. And when he got to the age of 4, he he's guy he went to the quirk doctor with his father instead of his mother because she died at this point. So yeah, and Deku is a bit on the insanity spectrum. So yeah, he's starting to go there. So yeah, when he hit the quirk doctor, the doctor said, "Hey, you can't have any quirk. You're a quirkless boy. You have a third joint in your finger." So yeah, and Deku was pretty pissed at this, and his eyes glow green. But the doctor quickly picked that up and said, "But instead, we did some MRIs, some tests on you, and you have a high gamma radiation in your bloodstream, which kills anybody, but for you. So we're gonna say that you have what we gonna call the quirk radiation absorption, because The immortal Hulk can do that. Remember, he can absorb gamma radiation to make himself stronger. So yeah, Deku went home with his father. His father seen for the first time his green eyes and he was pretty petrified. So yeah, he hired someone to take care of Deku and he left the country fearing for his life and not wanting to be there to see his kid turn into a monster, basically. So yeah, after a bit of a couple of months, he was hanging out in the park and saw some kids bullying a kid. It is Bakugo bullying the kid. Deku get in between them and try to stop the fighting and all that stuff. And he got pummeled. But when he got pummeled, the beast inside him woke. Deku picked himself up, his eyes glowing green, his skin turning into green, and his body buffing up and turning into something horrifying. Yeah, you know the transformation of the Immortal Hulk, that disgusting transformation from the Hulk, that means he's shedding his skin when he's transforming. So yeah, he's basically dying when that happens. He's shedding his skin and everything, and Bakugo is straight up petrified. He cannot move from the grotesque imagery he's seeing right now. His friends straight up bounced. Only Bakugo, because he's cocky and he's scared shitless, he can't do anything. So yeah. And you know how Hulk talks, puny bug. I'm gonna squash you like a bug. And he walked to Bakugo, crushing his hand. And at that moment, he was going for the head. Then he he reverted back to Deku, and he got knocked out. He passed out. So yeah, wait a moment. Yeah, he passed out and he woke up in the hospital and things. And the doctor said your quirk is pretty dangerous. You should not use it anymore. And yeah, Deku, in the few years before meeting All Might, let's say he's around 8 years old. He started he knows that his transformation comes from anger. So yeah, he started meditating and created the 3 minute time to think without anybody disturbing him to create a good solution to everything, just like Dr. Bruce Banner. So yeah, he's taking his time, he's meditating, he got his anger under control, and he's trying better than Dr. Banner to understand his powers, because Banner sees this as a curse, the Hulk as a curse, but the Hulk sees him as his part of himself. Deku sees the Hulk as part of himself, which deeply makes Hulk happy, which he helps. So yeah, sometimes in their mindscape, Savage Hulk talking in his broken English to Deku, and Deku trying to understand him, and they come into understanding. So yeah, Deku has a bit of control on the Green Hulk and the Savage Hulk, and the Savage Hulks let him do that because he's like his little brother and stuff. It's part of himself. So yeah, Deku doing meditation. Yeah, I remember. Before that, there's this special Hulk I wanna uncover. It's the Hulk of the Hulk. His name is Kluh. Hulk backward, yeah. Kluh. 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 Triggers when the Hulk gets sad. And he is much powerful than the Hulk, but much weaker than Wordbreaker Hulk. So yeah, I'm gonna use him at some part, yeah, cause plot twist and stuff. So yeah, Deku is doing pretty much fine. Bakugo straight up warned everybody not to pest Deku at school, cause the school everybody will be dead, basically. He still have scars from the time he got his arms super broken. So yeah, everybody fears him, and yeah, nobody actually fucks with him. But Deku's seen this as an opportunity to train his mind instead of his body, and he became super intelligent, and he started finding his mom research on gamma radiation, to understand himself better. So yeah, Deku is on top of his class with straight A's through the year. That made people quite jealous. Yeah, Deku is one of the brightest minds of this generation and one of the strongest. But his power is, yeah, a bit on the destructive side. Yeah, he cannot control it fully. If he lost control over his emotion, it's a GG. Rest in peace, everybody. So, yeah, what do we gonna do about it? Let's say he was going home one day. Bakugo didn't bully him or anything. He was going home and he took the shortcut. And the sludge villain, Mr. Sludge Villain Kun popped out of nowhere and he said, "Kid, give me your body." And before jumping at Deku straight up turned into the green behemoth, the Goliath, the Hulk. And he straight up thunderclapped him and spread his ass all over the walls. And while that was happening, All Might jumped down and he saw the skin of Deku on the ground and he looked at Hulk, horrified, and he threw a Detroit smash that knocked Deku on the wall. But Deku was kinda geeking out inside the Hulk's mind, so yeah, he did not try to retaliate or anything, and he started turning back to Izuku Midoriya, and that was some horrifying shit that All Might witnessed. And then he asked him, "What's your quirk, kid?" "My quirk, I don't have a quirk, but they call it radiation absorption. It's quite weird. Quirk, I have gamma ungodly amounts of gamma radiation in my blood, so I turn into this green behemoth that's capable of massive destruction. I have a bit of control, but not perfect control, as you see." And All Might was intrigued. Yeah, I know. Then All Might said, "Yeah, okay, kid. See you on the next time." He picked up the villain, and Deku said, "Give me your autograph," which happened. And everybody went their separate way. I won't make the villain attack anymore. Even if he escaped, he's not attacking anymore because that thunderclap straight up clapped his booty cheeks. So yeah, Deku and All Might did not even think that Deku deserves the one for all. And Hulk, his power grows as he gets angry and angry and angry. In his base power, he is strong as All Might. Let's say, fuck it, fuck logic. So yeah, he threw all of that the window. So yeah, let's say Deku in the 10 months before the entrance exam, he did his study, he trained his muscles to handle better, more work than usual. The hook is as a last resort, never use it. And he built a special relationship with Hulk, as Hulk feels like a father figure or a mother figure if you want. He feels a father figure for Deku because Deku is living alone. He has nobody. He's broken in mind. He does not trust anyone. He does not trust himself. At first, he blames himself for his mother's death. Every week, he goes to his mother's grave and starts bawling his eyes out. He always does that, and even if it's time to study, he abandons studying and he goes to his mother's grave and cries his eyes out. So yeah, in the 10 months period, he does pretty much good workout. He builds a good relationship with the Hawk so he can control it better. He gets more smart and smart as time goes, as time goes. Yeah, I must say, let's go through the entrance exam. And while he was walking, Bakugo straight up ignored Deku and went straight to the entrance. Yeah, before that, One for All will be going to Togata Mirio. Togedamiru, yeah, because giving it to Bakugo is not a good thing. Bakugo, he's a hot-headed dumbass, and that would not make All Might want to give it to him, because the number one hero needs to make the people feel happy. And do you know that Bakugo cannot do that? He straight up curses at everybody. He cannot make somebody laugh. So fuck Bakugo and fuck that. So yeah, we jump into the entrance exam. Deku walks to away. He Bakugo straight up ignores him because he's still afraid, just as Loki was when he got pounded by Hulk. So yeah, he went inside, and Deku met this cute girl that caught his eyes, and he went to her and asked her, "What's your name?" She said, "My name is Uraka Uchako. I'm Izuku Midoriya." They introduced themselves, and he asked her that he saw some weird things on her fingers. She said these things um, that initiate my quirk to go off. And she explained his quirk that is zero gravity and how it works. That when she gets into a point when she's using it, she's gonna puke and stuff. So yeah, he saw that and he talked to her for a little bit. Then said, "Yeah, let's hit in. Let's do the exam." Deku got number one in the exam. He didn't just finish the written exam. He fixed the wrongs that everybody did on the exam. The teacher, he fixed the mistakes that they did, and he asked them some question by himself, which was weird. So he aced it. Let's jump into the battle, mock battle. Where he jumped back, and it's the mock battle time. So yeah, we don't without forgetting that all the debacle with Ida and stuff happened, and Prison Mike explained, and I don't want to keep going over that and that. So yeah, let's jump into the mock battle. And Mike said go. We're gonna say, wait a minute, I'm sorry for that. And Prison Mike said go. Let's say it went as the anime. That would make it interesting. So it went as the anime did. Deku tried this time more intelligent. He picked up a piece of a broken robot and started using it to destroy more robots and gathering points. He didn't gather much. It was about 15 to 20 points. Then he heard a girl calling for a familiar voice calling for help. When he looked back, he saw everybody running, and it's the zero pointer, which was a hair about a hair's length to crush Uraraka. Deku straight up hulkified. Everybody thought that he was quirkless. Then they saw the green behemoth and his Deku's flesh on the ground, which made them revolt in disgust of this creature. They saw the Hulk with drool coming over his mouth and foam covering his mouth and a bloodied eyes glaring at the monster, at the robot. He jumped in, he started ripping him piece by piece, taking the chest plate and then ripping his arms apart, in his legs, in his wheels, and then his head. He punched straight through it, and he pulled the cords, and he started ripping and pounding, and he kept and kept and kept until the robot was nothing but broken pieces. And then he jumped back to Uraka. He picked up the rubble and he picked her to Recovery Girl. Sorry for the anticlimactic ending. This is so funny. I love it. So yeah, and he started turning back to Deku, and yeah, the flesh thing, the disgusting transformation. Mm, Recovery Girl said, "Kid, are you okay? You sure that's good for you?" Then he explained that basically when he transforms, he dies. And Recovery Girl like, the fuck? So you're basically immortal? Yeah. I tried shooting myself in the head, and the other guy spit it out. But we worked through that. We talked. The other guy, we talking third person kid. Yeah, he is his own entity, and he lets me take on the wheel sometimes. Okay, okay, kid. We're gonna talk about this later. So whatever. And Deku went home, and as usual, when he opened the home, he feels saddened and lonely that nobody's waiting for him. And yeah, he remembers why. And he quite understand why his mother died. So yeah, it goes as that. He waits a week, then really the results coming. But instead, this time it's not his mother or anyone brings him the letter. He goes outside, hunched back, with his glasses on, and he picks up the letter and goes to his room. He reads it, he opens it, and All Might pops up. Hey, young Midoriya, wanna talk to you? And yeah, he explained that Deku got around 100 point, 30 villains point, and 70 rescue point. And he said that everybody was impressed by him destroying the zero pointers and everything, and it went all good and dandy. But he explained that his quirk is way too dangerous to control, and sometimes it's gonna turn back to bit him in the butt. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna be leaving it at here. Thank you all for listening in. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for commenting. And if you didn't do that, then do it. I am listening, and this is for I can't remember your name. I'm gonna leave it in the description. This was an idea of him. I had this idea, but I was waiting for the right moment, and that is it. Thank you all for listening, and I'll see you in the next time. Peace out.